Joy Coach here, going live. Talking to you today about lessons learned in 2021. And just as my caption says, you can't fake healing, you can't fake growth, letting go sets you free. What lessons have you learned? And you can put those in the comments, and I would love to see them. Again, this is your Heart Joy Coach. If you're joining live, yeah, just say something. I'm speaking, so I'll let you chime in with a chat. So, 2021 would be for nothing unless you learned something from it. And let me just say this. If you feel like you haven't learned anything from 2021, but I'm sure that you have, but if you feel like you haven't, you can start right now. Ask yourself, what is your number one complaint about 2021? If your number one complaint was COVID or whatever your pet peeve was, ask yourself, why was this a problem for me? Now, why, asking why, that just opens up a whole new world. It literally opens up a whole new world. Do you ever take your glasses, if you wear glasses, and wash them and then put them on, and it's like, wow, it's a whole new world. I can actually see. It looks like I don't even have glasses on. For those of you who do not have glasses, you walk into some place that you've never been before, and you open the door and you come in, and it's like a whole new world, something that you've never seen before. That's where why takes you. Why, asking yourself why, takes you within to discover things you had no idea were there. It's magic. It's why is like a magical word. So I say all that to say, if you don't feel like you got any lesson, like you learned any lessons from 2021 to make your 2022 a better year, here's some tips. Ask yourself, why did that bother me? Why does it bother me to wear a mask? I don't want to wear a mask. Why? Just ask yourself why. And when you come up with the answer, inquiry that. Why? So, because I hate breathing in my own air. It's not healthy. Why? Okay, you said it was not healthy. So, um, but why is it so bothersome? I mean, okay, so you're breathing in your own air. What's the alternative? Is the alternative to possibly get really sick to a point of hospitalization or death? I mean, you've got your own answers. I'm just, you know, kind of floating around here. But I'm floating around with a purpose. I don't float around for no reason. In fact, you can know this. Everything, everything has a purpose. That's why little children, they ask, why? That's how they learn. And we need to never stop doing that. That's built into us to want to know why. We need to know why. And always, usually the first answer to our why is not the real answer. So we need to keep asking why. Now, when we ask it to ourselves, we can't get on our nerves. Before when we would ask our adults, be it our mother, teacher, whoever it was, we'd say why, and they'd give us an answer, and we'd say, well, why? And they'd give us another answer, well, why? And pretty soon we're getting on their nerves, right? Well, with ourself, we don't want to take offense to those whys because they have a purpose. And that purpose is to get to the root answer, because the root answer is an eye opener. It's going to be a game changer. It's going to let you know something new about yourself. may not be new, but it's new to you. It's new to your understanding. You may have known it before, but now you're going to know it at a deeper level. So, lessons learned from 2021. I'll bet you have a plethora of lessons that you learned in 2021. And having supportive people in your life makes a difference. And so if you had supportive people in your life in 2021, appreciate that. And when you are around other people, you can ask yourself, am I a supportive person in this person's life? Or are they a supportive person in my life? It works both ways. We may not be a supportive person in another person's life like they are in our life. It doesn't have to be equal reciprocation. It will be some reciprocation, uh, but it may be in different ways. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be the same. Uh, we we do want to give and receive. That's a flow. We want to always be giving and receiving. If it's all giving and no receiving, that's not good. That's not good balance. If it's all receiving and no giving, that's not good balance. We might think, oh, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm getting this, and I'm getting that. And really, if you're doing all the getting and you're not doing any giving, that's not healthy. It's out of balance. And life is all about balance. It's all about balance. These are universal laws. They govern the universe. So the government that we want to acknowledge and live by is bigger than the United States government or the Israeli government or the Australia, the government of whatever country you may happen to be in, or even the United Nations government. The governance of the universe is love. If we abide by the governance of the universe, we don't need any other government because the governance of the universe is love. And that is the highest vibration. It is the highest standard of life. And I tell you what, if we all lived by that standard, there would be peace in the world. That's what I learned. That if I learned a lesson in 2021, that is it. And I'm so thrilled to learn that lesson because it's a game changer. I mean, when you learn these lessons, they change everything. And so I already know I'm going to have a better 2022. Already know it's going to be off the chain because I have a whole nother perspective on life. Now, did you learn something from 2022 or 2021 that is going to make your 2022 amazing, spectacular, better than you could ever have imagined? I'm sure it will be. I've got some tips for you to help you with that. And so this is going to be just packed full of good stuff. Well, you'll read the tips that I have on there. You cannot love someone into the person you want them to be. You can accept them as the person that they are right now. And if they want to be that person that you want them to be, then they can do that and you can support them in that. But that's about as much as you want to go with that. And if you can't live with the person as they are, you can't accept them as they are, then you don't need to be with them. And they don't need to be with you. It's a win-win, actually, if you separate, because if you can't accept them the way they are, then they don't need to be with you and you don't need to be with them. You both probably need to be with somebody else and that other person. In fact, your union, the time that you were together wasn't wasted. You were being prepared for the next person. Okay. Hopefully the person that you're supposed to be with, or that you were made for each other, that you're your soulmate that you're seeking. So time spent with a person, it doesn't matter if it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, it doesn't matter. it all happened the way it was supposed to for the purpose for which you were here. It was a part of your purpose. It was preparing you. It was teaching you lessons. That was the purpose of it. And if you didn't get the lessons, then you still have an opportunity to get them, because guess what? You're still breathing. So you still have an opportunity to get those lessons. Asking for what you want and need increases your chances of getting it, whether it's with another person or with the universe or with yourself. So the universe does respond to your heart without you saying a word, but speaking the words it just adds power to it. Okay, it quickens the receiving of what you desire. And life without boundaries is life without peace. Boundaries are necessary. They're not insulting. They're not self-serving. They're required, because boundaries defines respect. If you want someone to respect you, if you want to be respected, then you need to have clear boundaries. That's what will create your space, will separate you from the other person, first for yourself and then for them. When we don't have boundaries, we don't know who we are. We don't know where we stop and they begin. But when we have boundaries, then that we begin to have self. We begin to have a sense of self, which creates the space and the container for the peace that we want to create. And so you've got plenty of lessons to learn and plenty of time to learn them in. So I just want to wish you and toast to you a wonderful 2022, and know that it is going to be your best year yet if you take these tips and you put them into practice. And it is my prayer and intention that you do that. I trust that you will. And give me some feedback. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful 2022. Bye for now.